And now you jump into 17 along that path of correcting and winning that battle inside with the help of the Lord. Look at verse 10. A reproof entereth more into a wise man than 100 stripes into a fool. You can try to force somebody to do something, and a fool isn't going to make the adjustments. Oh, you might get them to do what you want them to do, but it won't change their character. It won't help them grow to become who they need to become. But a wise person will take the reproof from the Lord or from loved ones and actually be influenceable in a way to break down those walls of pride and to make those improvements and to seek the Lord's help to humbly, meekly adjust what they say it, how they act, how they treat people, and become more and more refined over time through this process.
This kind of goes back to that idea of light and dark,
Mm-hmm.
the pride being darkness, and the more you listen to those wise counsels from the Lord and the Spirit and improve and work, the more light you get, the more teachable you become, the more it just expands and grows and becomes beautiful. Whereas the more you entrench in pride and your own way and your own path, the darker it becomes, and it just shrinks in. The less you can do, the less you can see, the less you can feel.
And unfortunately, the more you feel justified
Yeah.
in your own pride, because you can't see clearly what other people can see, and more importantly, what the Lord can see in you as He's trying to shape you.
In Proverbs 21, there is a beautiful little verse here that I wanted to touch on. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. I love that little phrase, the Lord pondereth the hearts. How many times do we look at situations or people, the first half of that phrase, every way of man is right in his own eyes? How often do we see situations and people and we make judgments? And how often do we come to find out just how wrong those initial judgments were? I want to share some advice that my younger brother Spencer gave to me. It was in the middle of one of our moves. We were just having a conversation, and I remember he said this regarding people, and I'm going to paraphrase. He said, basically, when I meet someone who initially I don't like all that well, it's usually because I haven't gotten to know them well enough yet. And I've thought about that time and time again, that when I initially judge someone, when I see someone and I make a judgment that's negative, it's probably because I just don't know them well enough. I don't see what God sees. I don't know their struggles. I don't know their life, their history. I don't know what they've been through, where they're going. I don't understand their heart the way God does. And the more I get to know that, the more I ponder their heart, the more I can see and love as God sees and loves. And the Lord sees a lot more than we do. He's omniscient. He sees all. He sees our desires. He sees our longings. He sees our struggles and our weaknesses and our tendencies. He sees the gifts that we've been given. He sees the potential in us. He sees things about us that we don't even see about ourselves. And He guides our life. He gives us revelation. He gives us experiences based on His ponderings of our hearts. And that, to me, gives me so much comfort, knowing that the Lord is pondering my heart, and He is shaping me and molding me based on what He sees in my heart. I don't see my heart clearly. I try, I look, but I don't see it as clearly as He does. It all comes back to that trust. I can safely trust in the Lord. I can place my heart in His hands, those hands that were pierced and bled for me. I can place my heart in those hands, and He will hold it safely, and He will create experiences for me that help me based on what my heart needs to grow and to heal and to become beautiful.